Eric, just take us through these first few days, general impressions of practice so far.
There's been a bunch of guys that I feel like have stepped up in the first few days. Everybody's getting their legs back under, so we came off day 3 today. I see more guys starting to step up and make more plays as we get going more. So our legs starting to come back, and we're starting to get back in the flow of things.
Of the new receiver group, who's impressed you so far?
So far through this camp, I think Juju's been making a lot of plays right now. He came from Georgia Tech, so he came in this fall ready to work, and he's been making a couple plays these last couple of days. Luby, Maurice has been stepping up too as well, and those guys are coming along pretty good.
Juju had a great day today, and then Kiwan talked about Nana.
Yeah.
So, been a fun group. A little closer?
You bet.
For you personally, what's been the goal here in training camp to get ready for the season?
For me, just to get ready, just make sure I'm hustling at every play, making an effort, so when the game comes, I'm ready and I'm up tempo and upbeat and ready to go.
One of the things that's always different here is you work with every quarterback in training camp.
Yeah.
How do you get ready for that? Because that's different cadence, different communication, wildly different than a game.
It's just getting reps right now, getting repetition, so it's just for us to get in shape the first couple practices. But as we get closer to camp, the depth charts will start coming together, and we'll start going with our groups, and those groups stay together.
How tight is this wide receiver room right now?
I'd say we're pretty close. We're growing each and every day. I see our bond growing. We're communicating with each other more and more off the field. We're hanging out with each other a lot more, so we're getting tighter as a unit.
Last one for you. How has your relationship with Kiwan changed from last year to this year?
Last year or this year, I think coming in, we didn't expect him to be the starter last year. So once he started starting, I think once we realized, but this year, since we know he's starting, we're going to be ready and we can build that chemistry earlier. And we've been working all summer and spring and up until this point.
I got a fun one for you. Now you guys have been playing EA 25 for a little bit. Speed 90, one of the highest on the team. What you think of it? Should be higher, just right? Where do you think of it?
It's a video game. It don't really matter, but I think it should be higher. But I'll just let the game be the game.
EA, first few days of practice, just general impressions so far.
We're out here. We're flying around, having a good time. The guys are all energized and glad to be out here. It's good. Fall comes around, you get that itch in your stomach. So.
One thing I've noticed every day at Breakdown, you're already ready to tell the team a message. Take us through your thought process there as you're getting ready to become more of a vocal leader on this team.
Honestly, I just take the initiative. None of it's planned. It just comes off the top. We gotta get out the huddle. You know what I'm saying? Make sure everybody's hustling on the field, hustling to the ball. The standard's the standard, and holding everybody to that is just what our goal is. So.
Linebacker is such a unique position because y'all have to do so many different things.
Yeah.
But who has stood out to you kind of amongst that edge rushing linebacker group and then more the coverage side as well?
I mean, that's a tough question. All our guys can, jack of all trades. But, Eddie Walls, Gio Davis, Marquez Tatum. If you keep me up here, I'll name the whole D-line. But, all of our guys, they come out here ready to play. We throw a lot of different things out there, so everybody can cover, guard, hit, do everything we can do.
For you personally, it's a different training camp, obviously. How has it felt different here, year 2 versus last year?
Being here this year, I'm not the new guy around anymore. Last year I felt like the old guy, but I still am the old guy on the team now, so it's cool. I feel like I'm still the same leader that I was, just only thing that changed, I'm a little bit more vocal and around the guys a lot more, so it's cool.
Early on, it seems like the defense is controlling the tempo here at these training camp practices. Does that help when you get that quick start here in training camp, kind of get the energy up even early in the morning?
Yeah, what's cool about it is starting practice so early in the morning, you can beat the Miami Heat. So the defense, we pride ourselves at outwork, out hustle. So one thing that we can do every day is control our effort, and nobody else can dictate that. So once everything comes together and we start molding together as one team, I think we'll be unstoppable.
How has the relationship, last one for you, changed with Coach DeWitt to this defense here as y'all have gotten even more familiar with him?
Man, Coach DeWitt, he's a guy that of all jokes. Coach DeWitt, he gets close to the players. He talks to us, he encourages us, and he'll call you out when he needs to call you out. So I feel like Coach DeWitt, he does the best he can do every day.
I got one for you. Just your linebacker room, obviously, you and Peterson coming back. Then you got Barnes, you got Walls, you got a bunch of guys you were naming. Just can you talk about just the relationship you guys have in the linebacker room, and what's the potential for you guys as a whole?
Out of all the years that I've had in college, I feel like this is like the most tight-knit group I've been around. Most of the guys, I live off campus, but most of the guys, they live with each other. The competition breeds even a bigger friendship outside the field. So I feel like it's a great thing to be around all these new guys. And like Trey, he's a dog. Eddie's a dog. I'm a dog. Reggie's a dog. So,
All right, Bobby, we have to ask you first things first. End of that first practice, coach says you're on full scholarship. What's going through your mind right now?
Oh man, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I had zero clue that was happening. You know, I was just treating it like any normal day. It's first day of fall camp. You're not expecting any fireworks that day. You know, just happy to be back out here. And then to hear that, I'm not gonna lie, that was it brought me down a little bit. Brought a tear to my eyes. Definitely something I've been busting my ass for a long time. I mean, it was just a sweet moment. I mean, I call my mom as soon as I'm done after. She's crying. I hear my dad downstairs chanting. I'm like, oh man, it was unreal. It was unreal.
Does your journey flash through your mind in that spot? You know, walk on at Temple, transfer all the way to here. Do you think about that in that moment, or have you thought about it since then?
Definitely, I've thought about it since then because I remember when I got my position changed to receiver at Temple. I remember watching Cooper Kupp and just seeing how his journey, just that Hunter Renfrow walk on at Clemson, just to see guys like that, you know, who I was just trying to model my game after. And then I thought back to I remember I'm watching YouTube. I'm sitting in my chair back in Philadelphia, and then I'm like, last night I'm thinking, geez, like that felt so long ago, and then now to have that moment become a reality, I mean, it was a full circle moment for sure.
What's the relationship like, especially among this safety group, with so many of you guys being back from last year?
Brotherhood. This safety group is unlike anything I've ever been around. We love one another. I mean, we have that bond. We can crack jokes on each other. Nobody gets in their feelings. Like it's just something that I feel like I've been missing for a long time. It was definitely. I mean, from the oldest guy, JoJo and CJ and Potts, who I've known since I've been in high school, to even the youngest guy, to Shamir, to Donnie. I mean, everybody is comfortable with each other off rip. There was no, you had to build stage just from day one when you walked in the door. It was brotherhood.
For you personally, what's been the goals of getting better here at training camp?
Oh, man, just trying to have a complete game. You want to be good at everything. Just because, you know, I'm aiming more to be on defense more this year doesn't mean I'm going to hold anything back on special teams. I mean, I'm out here going to give them 110% no matter where I am, if I'm on scholarship or not. Luckily, I am now, so it makes it that much easier to push myself. But all my coaches have been getting on me saying, hey, you know, you're all Hollywood now. I said, no, hey, yeah, I'm just staying flat. Not going to get too high, not going to get too low. Keep pushing myself. I want to be an All-American. All-American, make it to the league. That's everybody's goal here.
Early on, it seems like the defense has really controlled these practices. Does that give you guys some extra juice, especially when we're starting early in the morning?
Oh, it always gives us juice. And it's not a crack on our offense, but we have a damn good defense. I mean, we're competing every day. You always hear the saying, iron sharpens iron. Our motto when we're in those defensive meetings, always come out fast, come out fast, come out fast. And you can see last year there were some games where, you know, defense started off slow. That's not going to be the same page this year. We're going to be coming out, throwing that first punch and see where it lands us.
One last one for you. I'm just curious, is it different for you guys in the secondary having somebody with a headset on, so whether it's Reggie or whoever's playing the mic, having the headset, does that change anything for you guys, or it's still kind of the same process?
It's the same process, but at least we get to look straight now.
Right.
We just listen. We can peripheral Reggie, or if it's EA, or it's Travion, or it's Nunu, at least we get to look straight, have to break our necks looking for our coach, seeing which one it is, and we can just look straight, peripheral with him, listen to our call, make our checks, whatever we got to do.